Hi students, today I am going to explain the important points in the life process lesson. So there are various life processes like respiration, nutrition means in the digestion, so transport and excretion, which is required for maintaining our body, so of the living organisms. So it is a very strong indication that the organism is live. Then the process of acquiring oxygen from outside the body and using in the process of breakdown of food sources. So whatever is the oxygen we are taking from outside the body and using it to break the food, it is called respiration. You can write this definition. So there are two types of respiration. If the respiration is taking place in the presence of oxygen, then aerobic respiration. If it is in the absence of oxygen, then it is anaerobic respiration. So in aerobic respiration, when oxygen is there, what happens? So glucose, which is produced by food, is broke down into pyruvate, which is a 3-carbon molecule. So in the mitochondria, this 3-carbon molecule pyruvate will break into carbon dioxide, water and more energy. Remember, in aerobic respiration, more energy is released. Then in anaerobic respiration, the glucose again it will be broken into same pyruvate, like this only. In the yeast cells, this pyruvate again it will break into ethanol, alcohol you produce, ethanol plus carbon dioxide and energy, which is less compared to the aerobic respiration. Then in the muscle cells, sometimes we'll get cramp. In that time, the oxygen will be very less. So in that time, the glucose, which is converted into pyruvate, so it is just broken down into lactic acid and energy. So like this, in the muscle cells it will take. Then how the respiration takes place in plants? So the exchange of gases takes place through stomata by simple diffusion method. In animals like terrestrial animals, oxygen from the environment is taken, and in aquatic animals, the dissolved oxygen in water it will take for respiration. So when we see in human beings, simple is air taken from the nose and the nostrils, which will go into the throat. In the nostrils, the air will help. So the air in the nostrils will help to filter the bacteria or any particles in it. From there, the throat, it contains rings of cartilage which will avoid the collapsing during the air passage. And from the throat, it will go into the lungs. From the lungs, bronchi, so many branch-like structures. From there to bronchioles, and at the last, a balloon-like structures called alveoli are present. So the air means the oxygen which is going from the nostrils to the throat, through the lungs and to the bronchi or bronchioles, the branches of bronchi is called bronchioles, will reach last at the alveoli. So alveoli are the balloon-like structures where below the alveoli there will be blood vessels where the exchange of gases will take place. The oxygen which is present in the oxygen which is taken by us will be exchanged with the carbon dioxide, and again it will go into the lungs where it will be breathed outside. Like this, the human beings will take the breathing process. Then next we'll discuss about nutrition. So nutrition is of two types: autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition. So autotrophic nutrition is performed by plants, and heterotrophic nutrition by animals or algae. So the plants prepare their food by photosynthesis. We know that they will prepare their own food because they will perform the photosynthesis process by using carbon dioxide, sunlight, water and chlorophyll to produce glucose, oxygen and water. So I told already, stomata will help in the exchange of gases, and also by transpiration also some water will be loosed by when the photosynthesis process takes place. So the carbon dioxide which is taken from the stomata and the sunlight, the chlorophyll will trap the sunlight and convert it into chemical energy, and the water is used in this process. In this, glucose is produced and oxygen is released. As a way, water is also released. So like this, the nutrition takes place in plants. In animals, heterotrophic nutrition takes place. Heterotrophic means they depend on others, like maybe on the plants or the animals for their food. It may be saprophytic, parasitic. So there are different types of heterotrophic nutrition is present. Then when we see in amoeba and paramecium, both are unicellular organisms having only one cell. So in amoeba we know it is a shapeless organism, and it will develop a false leg-like structures called pseudopodia, so which will help in capturing the food, and it will go by engulfing the food particles, it will go inside the food into the food vacuole where the digestion takes place. And same in paramecium also, it have cilia, means many hair-like structures are present. It will help to move the food into the inside the body, and here in the food vacuole also the digestion takes place. So in human beings, when we see the food which is taken from our mouth, there with the help of tongue, teeth, yes, no, we will chew the food and make it into soft bolus, and here the salivary glands will be present. The saliva will mix with the food to make it soft, and salivary glands contain salivary amylase, which will convert the starch into simple sugars. From the mouth again it will go into the esophagus. In the esophagus no digestion takes place because of peristaltic movement. The muscles which will move by pushing the food downwards, it will go into the food will move into the stomach. In the stomach it is a very big bag-like structure, stretchable, and it will be stretched if more food is there. So here in the stomach, dilute hydrochloric acid will be released to make our food acidic medium, because the bacteria will be killed by this acidic medium, and also the pepsinogen will be activated so that the pepsin will act on it to make the proteins into amino acids, and many gastric glands are there which produce gastric juices, and the mucus which also helps in protecting the lining of the stomach. So from the stomach slowly the food goes into the small intestine, where it is a very long tube structure which is coiled and kept in a very small compact structure, and it contain in this bile juice is produced by liver, and pancreas will produce pancreatic juice. The full digestion process will be completed in the small intestine. All the carbohydrates will be converted into simple sugars, all the fats into fatty acids and glycerol. All the digestion will be took, and it contain many finger-like projections called villi. So this villi will increase the surface area so that more food will be absorbed, and it contain blood vessels down of that, so that all the glucose which is produced will be distributed to all the body parts. Then the undigested food, what will happen? It will go into the large intestine. Again in that the water is there more. Here the reabsorption of water will takes place, and so the remaining food will be stored in the rectum until it is sent out. So after that, from the rectum through the anus, it contains a sphincter muscle through the anus, so the waste material is sent outside. Like this the nutrition takes place in the human beings very simply. Remember the enzymes here: trypsin, pepsin and salivary amylase. They may ask the action of the trypsin and pepsin will help in the digestion of proteins, and salivary amylase convert the starch into sugars. That's all. Thank you.